Alright guys, so my mind is a little blown right now. So set the board up. As I was setting all this up, I read the special condition for mission number 5. I'm on mission number 5 right now. And I read that condition, and normally you go, oh, okay, that's cool. That's a cool twist. I like how they did that. This mission, in mission number 5, you don't score victory points. This guy actually doesn't matter. Over the course of the whole game, we are not going to score victory points. We're not going to fill in those purple cards. At the end of the entire game, we only score based on our wine and our large and medium cellar. And I was like, whoa, that completely changed the game. All the strategy, all the tactics that I've known going to this mission is just, it's out the window. I mean, typically I'm really good at saving this, using this, really planning out how many I fill, making sure you have enough. None of that matters. What matters right now is just having a lot of wine in the wine cellar, the large and medium cellar to the end of the game. That's the only thing that counts. So this is going to be really fun. This is totally different than anything I've done before. Alright, so I'm thinking my initial tactic is going to be just get a lot of grapes in the field and start them going soon. Because especially these things, the red and the white, take a long time to get high enough. So I'm going to start with that, because if I only get the sparkling and the blush, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, that's only 15 points. So I have to get a couple of these up into that territory as well. So I'm going to start going here, but I'm going to more focus on planting grapes than usual. So let's see what Trevor blocks here. He blocks planted grape, planted vine, of course, and that is off right now, but he did block the one that I really wanted here. So let's see. If I want to save a couple of these for here, I'm going to go ahead and give it, I don't know if I want to sell a field or give it to her. Actually, I'm going to go here, play my yellow card. I have a yellow card that says, you may gain 4 coins. I will definitely take that in this one here. And I'm going to now go to this build a structure right here, and with 3 coins, I'm going to build my irrigation. And then I kind of want to go ahead, I actually get this token right here, almost forgot about that. So this one comes over here, and I think I will actually, don't know exactly the best move of this. I want to get bonus worker. I really don't want to waste this guy. Got the bonus worker money right here. I'm going to go ahead and give it to her, assuming I'm going to build those cellars. Hard to know. Like I said, I'm in kind of uncharted territory. I'm actually going to go here and just draw a green card. I feel like that'd be pretty safe, because I know I'm going to need lots of green cards. So past the next season, I'm going to take this here. I'm going to kind of hope for getting things to help with the planting actions right now, because I feel like that's what I'm going to be doing the most stuff. We're going to see what Trevor blocks here. He just blocks make wine. That's not bad. Didn't really matter anyway, because I'm just going to do this and buy an extra worker, and that's the end of the first season. So gather up my people. Got that. Gather up his 2 people. I'm going to discard this. I will don't have any things to age or anything, and I will simply select my next action here. I think I'm going to go here and just see what green card I get. So I'm going to take this, put it over here. I feel like this would be kind of nice to know what green cards are coming down the pipeline. So we have this, another one. Not terrible, because I can do it now, but I do have these 2 things already out here, so I'd love to get more powerful things out there. So that's not bad. That looks like it slots pretty well into right there, so it's not horrible. Let me go ahead and see what is blocked this time. So nothing. Well, thank you, Trevor. I'm going to give a tour to gain 2 coins, so I don't have to afford another worker on my turn. Or actually I might. You know what, I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to sell. I'm really kind of iffy on this whole selling the middle field. I feel like I almost need not to sell a field. I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm not going to sell a field. I'm going to stick with my original plan of this, because I kind of feel like I'm going to need to have a lot of grapes planted to get all this full. I might be overdoing it. Again, this is kind of what's cool about this mission. I don't have perspective. Typically, you have a lot of perspective on this is what's a good move. This is a bad move, but I don't have that right now. So I'm going to go here and plant. I'm going to spend a bonus token and plant twice. I'm going to put a white right there, and I'm going to put a red right here. I'm actually going to use my grande. I think I'm going to use my grande, and I will go ahead and plant. No, I'm not going to do my grande. I'm going to save it. I kind of want to plant and then plant again. So instead of doing that, I'm actually going to plant this one right here to make sure it has enough time to age. So I'm going to go ahead and get 2 reds out there. Past the next season, I will take another yellow, and not too bad. And then we're going to see what Trevor blocks us next time. He blocks draw purple, I don't need, and fill purple. Hey, 2 things I won't even be doing this game. Go here, get another worker. I feel like I'll be needing maybe not all my workers, since there's certain actions like the fill and This I won't be using the whole game really. I don't anticipate using a lot of this stuff, but I'll go ahead and get one more worker out there. And then with my last one here, I'm going to go ahead and harvest this field and get the grapes going. So I'm going to need lots of grapes in this game. So cool, that's already the end of the second season here. This is zipping along. So we're going to take this guy back. I'm going to stand him up, retrieve Trevor's workers here. I'm going to age this. I have no residual income. That shouldn't be on 4. I'm on 0 right now. And we are on to the next season already. This is worthless. I don't need a purple card. And this is worthless. And this is worthless. So a lot of worthless stuff this time. I'm going to actually take this one right here and just see. It's also interesting I can't fill orders. This just now dawned on me. Actually, I won't get residual income this time. Well, it says you don't gain victory points. I guess you could still fill orders, but that does not seem very wise. I guess you could fill orders just for the residual income, but that does not seem like a very smart move. So I'm going to go there instead, and I'm going to draw, let's see, pay 2 coins, retrieve up to 2 workers from other actions. I don't feel great about that. I'm going to draw another one of these and hope I get something. No. Well, something helps me in victory points, so I really need to get something that helps me with, I'd love to get something that helps me with planting. So I drew 3 of these cards hoping to help me plant, and they haven't yet, so that could end up pretty badly for me. So let's see what he blocks. He's going to block Give a Tour, and he's going to block Sell. Ooh, so he's doing like a money grab this time. So I'm going to go here and draw another green card, thinking that I'm probably going to need it eventually. Okay, it's not too bad. I might actually go ahead and take this, because I will have 4. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take this, have someone go to plant, and I'm going to double plant. I'm going to put 2 of them in this right here. Now, he did block the Give a Tour. I'm going to go ahead and use my Grande. I could see myself not really getting to harvest all these, which is kind of unfortunate. Maybe I should focus on the reds. Maybe my focus should be on the red ones and this, and not worry about the other. So I might kind of pivot and just focus a lot on having high value reds, and then high of these, and not worry about the other one. So with that in mind, I'm probably going to go here and get 6 coins and sell the middle field. My original plan was to keep all 3 fields available, because I thought I might just need to have that many fields to be harvesting from. But now I'm kind of worried, especially because I wasted all those yellow actions trying to get those cards. So I didn't waste them, I just wasted those draws. So I'm a little worried about having enough stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And now I will build a structure, because I know how to do this anyway. I'm going to build one of my cellars. I'm going to build my medium cellar here. And then with my last worker, I will save him till the next season. So I'm going to take, might as well keep doing it, right? Nope, that's an opponent one, so it doesn't apply to me. Plant, oh, that's not bad. Plant a field, even if it exceeds the value. So I could actually use that one. Next season, let's see what he blocks. So he blocks play, blue card, fill, and that is all. So with my last worker here, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to harvest. I'm actually going to harvest this one, because that one will age enough by the end of the year to be worth something. So I'm going to do that. I don't have residual income. I'm going to age everything at the end of the year. I'm going to collect my workers back up. I would tell you whether I was doing good or bad, but I actually don't know. I have no clue whether this is going well for me. I feel like it's going right now. I feel like the game is progressing almost too quickly at a pace that I'm not keeping up with, but I could be doing great. I feel like I'm not doing great. That's my gut feeling, is that things are not going well for me, but it's hard to tell. I really don't have perspective on how this is going. So I know the bonus tokens will help. I have a lot of these that are wasted. I got 2 coins. I need to basically end up with, I got a coin for doing that. I need 3 more coins at some point, so I need to build my large cellar. Other than that, I don't really need money. I don't need purple cards, so maybe I'll have plenty of action. It's really hard to tell. I kind of want to get a few more coins and get my yoke so I can harvest both of those. I think actually I have to do that. So let's see what he blocks. He blocks play yellow card and then sell a field. So he blocks a yellow card I was thinking about using. That's okay. I'm going to go here and draw. Oh, I don't want to do that. I already have. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go ahead and stick this last one in right there. I'm going to give a tour. Gain 2 coins. I'm actually going to build a structure. I think this is going to be pretty important to get this yolk in there. So I'm going to spend 2, or I could just use my bonuses, always harvest 2. You know what, I think let's do that instead. I'm going to save this guy. I'm not going to build a structure for 2. I'm going to intend on using my bonuses to double harvest, because all that really matters is this harvesting over here. So with that, I still have a few people left to use then. I'm going to go here and I will draw a green card. Ooh, it's a 1. I was hoping for something more punch to it. So I will stop there. So I'm going to grab another one. I'll give you this, see if it gives me any wine production. So nope. I didn't really anticipate this, but all the cards that you draw that typically are like, yeah, victory points. They're like, oh, victory points. You really don't want victory points. Yeah, that don't really help you at all. So, okay, so that's that. I'm going to go here and I will spend one of these tokens as my bonus token to go ahead and harvest an extra field. So I'm going to have a total of a 5 in there, which is pretty cool. And for that one, this one's also going to be a 3, and the white is going to be a 4. Okay, so with my last action here, I'm going to make some wine. So, actually, no, I won't make wine. What am I doing? Because I don't need to make wine. I really need to get a large cellar before I make wine, because that would be a very, very dumb move to do that now. So, well, by the end of next season, I could do that. I could make some wines. I could make this 5 white, and I can make a 5 red. I am using some prior knowledge I have of this game. Typically, it's easier than you think to get these big, powerful wines because you get to combine a lot of lore value things. So I'm actually not, right now, I'm not as concerned about that. I could be a mistake. I could be really messing this up as I do this. But I collect all my workers back. If you remember back when you played your first round of Viticulture, if you've ever played this game, and you felt very just like, whatever about a lot of stuff, people say, well, you want to do this, this, or this, and you're like, I don't know, you tell me. There's so many options. It's kind of how I feel right now. I feel like I'm playing my first round of Viticulture, and I'm just like, what's a good move? Like, I don't know. Is this good? I have no clue. Okay, so for right now, we move on. None of this stuff matters right now, so I will go here, get the bonus token. I can't use any of those things, so I will do that. Let's see what he blocks. Please be nice to me. Build a structure and plant and draw a green card. I actually am going to use this summer helper here. Plant even if it exceeds the total value. This seems a little silly, I know, to put this here, but I think I'm just going to have more whites to combine to make this work. So I can get 2 reds a turn, but I can't get 2 whites. I'll plan on doing my harvest bonus again in a second. I'm going to give a tour and gain 2 coins, and I will 1, 2. I feel like I really am not left with much of a choice. I wish that one of these cards I had let me build something, but I'm going to build a structure with him, which could really stink next season because I could really want to use my Grande, but I'm going to build a structure and go ahead and get this large cellar. I also really want to build a structure and get a yoke, and I don't know. So we'll see what he blocks. This could end up being very bad for me if he blocks the wrong thing. So I'm going to go ahead and take, I'll take a blue and something else. Yeah, I didn't really think about how much the summer helpers and stuff were not going to help you, because anything that has to do with filling orders is not helpful. Good, he didn't block anything. There are a lot of things that aren't helpful for you in this one, so that was a very fortunate draw. Though I'm going to play one of these, and I will harvest both fields. So I have a 3 red, and I have a 5 red. So the 5 actually becomes a 3, and the 3 is going to drop down here to a 2. Actually, no. What am I doing? This is stupid. I should make wine first. I will make wine first. So when I make wine, I can make a 7 red, which would be pretty cool. I have a total of aging 3 more times. So this 5 will definitely make sense to put over here. So I'll go ahead and make this one right here. Okay, now that I've done that, I will now harvest the field. It ended up not mattering. I just all of a sudden hit me. I was like, wait a second, am I being really dumb when I do this? I guess I could make I'm making a 5. If I made a 5 right now instead of a 7, my 5 would age to 6. Yeah, I should do that. I should make a 5 So I don't have a spot to my 5. Okay, so I'm going to do that with my make, and then when I do this, I'm just trying to get a way to get one more 5 out of this card. 'Cause if I don't do it this way, my 5 is going to drop down to a 3, and it won't be very high level by the end. So, okay, so that is my 5, my 3. I also get a 1. I also get a 4. So I'm really banking on this stuff aging. This is actually going to be 8 victory points right here by the end of the game. So that's kind of how this whole system kind of works. Like, unless I didn't make it clear, I'm going to get 2 points for each wine I have in this area, and 1 for each wine I have in this area. So the more I can get, I know is going to flip over here. It's twice as valuable. So, all right, that's the end of that season. I'm going to take people back. I feel a little better about things in this season, but again, it's an interesting gameplay. It's not necessarily... Trevor is very nice to me, which also make it. If he would have blocked either one of those spots, that season would have been basically a worthless, wasted season. So, but I normally have my purple cards planned out, so you kind of know at the end of the game you're going to do some big explosion of purple cards and win. So I'm drawing this anyway because I was supposed to, but it's totally wasted. Actually, most things in my hand, if I ever go over 7 cards, I'm sorry, but none of these I can really use, except that one could help me a little bit, but I'm not willing to use it. So yeah, let's see what he blocks. He blocks Give a Tour, Build a Structure. I feel like he's blocked Build a Structure a lot. I feel like there probably isn't too many of those left. I was kind of hoping to... I'm going to actually do this. I'm going to go here. Oh, he blocked Give a Tour. He blocked both those. I was really going to build a yoke this time. This was like my time to build a yoke. Because get 1 more coin. I would have actually used my Grande to do it. Because I feel like it's that important. But I guess I won't. So I didn't want to do that anyway. Don't worry. Any of these helpful at all. Draw 2 Summer. Or discard 1 wine to get that. I guess I could draw 2 Fall Helpers. This one is you take 2 workers back in this season, but I'm not going to use 2 workers for this season. They won't do anything for me. And this one would not help me. So I'm going to... It would help me last turn, I guess, if I gave me 1 more coin. But I actually will do this one just to kind of... I don't have extra workers at the end anyway. I'm going to put this guy right here. And this will allow me to draw 2 of these workers. Okay, harvest up to 3 fields. That is nice. This is nothing that will help me. I guess I could train a worker for cheaper, but I'm not going to do that at this point. So that's actually not bad. It gave me an extra card, so I'm going to go ahead and dump this because I feel like I'm getting close to over the max. Well, I'll do it at the end of the season. So, all right, next season, I have a card I want to play here, so I'm going to draw another one of these and just see if anything... Oh, Make Wine. That's actually a cool summer card, so helped me a lot in this game, actually. So, going to block, draw a purple card. Haha, I didn't want any. Make Wine. Okay, I did want that one. So, let's start out with this. It says harvest up to 3 fields. I will harvest both my fields. That worked out well with the whole my yoke getting blocked, and I was bummed about that. But I'm going to have way more than enough reds. My reds are coming in at way too fast of a pace, so they are maxed out. Thankfully, not overmaxed. Oops. I didn't age my wines, which I know that because my 1 didn't go up. So I forgot to age last time. Sorry. Move all these things up here. I clearly need to age this because I made all those 5s and 6s just for the sole purpose of getting to that higher territory there. So that would have been a very bad move. So now I'll make up for that. I will do this. So that becomes a 5. That becomes a 2. Then I have a 4 and a 1, which we stay as a 4 and a 1. So cool. So that's that. And then we got a few more things. We don't have any harvesting to do. That doesn't make sense to fill. I spent that card right there, so that one's now gone. Have 3 workers left. I will use 1 of them to gain a coin, which I could do at the end, but I'll do that just in case. I might still want to get the yoke next season. And then I'm going to use this guy to make up to 2 wines. I don't think any of these are wine-making cards. Nope. I'm going to make up to 2 wines. I think I'm going to make this 8 right here. This will be my last, I think this will be my last big boy that's going to kind of get into that last territory. I might be able to get this one or that one in if they age. We'll count it up here in a second. But really this is going to max out right there. So no point in gaining any more reds up there. So there was 1 wine right there. I'm going to make at least 1 more. I might make 2 more here. So let's see. I could use some of these low valued ones. I'm going to harvest my 5 next time. So it'd be nice to kind of get rid of the 4. So if I combine a 4 with a, let's see, do this as cheap as possible. 4 with a 1. That's going to be 5. No, I want to do that. What am I doing? A 4 with a 4, 3 with a 4. Let's go with that. So 3 with a 4 is going to be a 7. Am I being dumb? I am. I want to do a 4 with a 4. I've never done math like this. It has never mattered like this in the game. So I'm going to make an 8 with those two there. Then I will actually go ahead and make one more. I'm going to combine a 2, a 3, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a 2 here. All for the purpose of making a level 7 right there. And I did use one of my bonus tokens to do that. I made the extra wine, so that is there. So as of right now, by the end of the game, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 14 points. So I guess that's good. I got to pick up 6 more on my last turn. So I'm assuming these are going to age, which they will. We'll see. I got one more worker here, which I can't fill. Wouldn't make any sense. I'm not allowed to harvest because I've already harvested both fields. You can only harvest every field once per turn. So there's really nothing else for me to do. So I will go here and just gain a bonus coin. We're on to our last season. I guess I shouldn't take that yet. Let me retrieve my workers. This is interesting. I'm going to stop here and do a little math here in just a second and see how it adds up. I normally, when I do like a long thinking math section, I skip over it. I might actually let you hear me think this one out because I don't really know if this is going to work out either. So I'm going to age everything here. And I need to age everything here, which will be important. And then I don't have any residual income, obviously. So at the end of the game, I need to get to 20 points still. These are worth 2 each. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I really need to come up with 6 more points. If I make this into just, this can't be made into a red wine. It can't. This one here can be made into a white and age, because that will happen. So this one here, by making it that is, I need 6 points. So that is 2. I really need to come up with 3 more. So right now, I can combine these two here, and it will make a red. And I can also combine, I need to harvest one more time. That's what this kind of comes down to. I need one more harvest. If I have one more harvest, I can combine 3 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then the 3 there. That would be just enough, actually. So I need one more harvest. I need to be able to use this guy here. So we'll kind of see what Trevor blocks here. But math-wise, I might be shooting exactly 420. I try to get 3 wines exactly put into here. I'm going to use the make 2 here. I probably will do the yoke idea just because I feel like it's risky to go into the next season. We'll see what he blocks. Let me see what he says before I say that. Oh, no. No, why are you blocking build a structure? Oh, that makes it a lot tighter. Okay. So it doesn't make sense for me to use my grande to build a yoke, because if he blocks harvest a field, I'm going to use my grande to harvest if I really need to. If he blocks harvest a field and make a wine, I'm in bunches of trouble. So thankfully I have this one yellow card here. I'm going to go here. It says I can make up to 2 wines, which I will most definitely do. I'm going to make this not red. I'll make this 6 white and make it into that. Then I will combine this. If I combine a 6 and a 2, that makes into an 8. I will do that. So I got an 8 right here. So right now what I'm ending up with, I have to make 2 more low value wines, because this will move over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need 2 more points. So I need 1 more of these big ones here. So I need to harvest and make a wine. So if he doesn't block those 2, I'm good. If he blocks both those, I would have to get a little lucky in the draw, I believe, when I draw a card here. There's no way for me to really pick up extra points. Again, I don't feel comfortable making a trellis because I don't want to use my grande. So I think at this point we write it out, because this won't help me. This won't help me. I can't pick up victory points that way. Planting won't help me. So that's all I can guarantee to help. So once again, if I build a structure, I could use my grande and harvest now. But then if he blocks make a wine, I lose. So it's almost more risky to do that now. If he didn't block build a structure, I would have built my yoke. I could have guaranteed the victory, because I could have built a yoke, harvested it. All I could use is use my grande, make wine, game is over. With him blocking that, it's going to make it a lot more interesting. So I draw, please be useful. Draw 2, or pay, or lose. Nothing that helps me at all. So, okay. Please don't block both. He blocks. Play a blue card, and he blocks. Draw a purple. So, okay. This should be good. I'm going to go here to harvest. I will pay this right here. I will harvest my 5 red and my white 1, and then my 3 red and my yellow 4. Then I'm going to go to make up to 2 wines. I will spend this and I will make 3 wines. And actually, yeah, that's all I can do there. So I will make, can I make 3 wines? I don't think I can fit 3 wines in there. So I will do a 3 and a 4. Will give me a 7 here. Yeah, I can't even make 3. I can just make 2. Then I'll combine these 3 right here, which will obviously max out this right there. And then with my last 2 workers, it doesn't matter because I can harvest any more because I've harvested both those fields already this turn. And I will just go here and gain 2 more coins. At the end of the season, you still add everything up. At the end of the season, you still age everything. So this is going to age and age. And even if it didn't, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I would have just enough points. So age and age. Wow. Wow. That was different. I really like that one. That might be my new favorite. I said before another one of my favorite. This might be my new favorite mission just because I felt like they just gave me a new game. I mean, the game obviously had a lot of the same tactics in it, a lot of the same do this, plant this, do this, but everything changed. I mean, all of a sudden you never use this action and this action, so you didn't do near as much in the fall as you normally do. It really focused on summer a little bit while planting. Wow, that was just crazy. You're really just going for a completely different aim. Typically in the game, if you're really good at the game, what you'll learn is you really don't want wasted wine. Like if you have you end the game with 4 high-level wines in your cellar, you can say, oh, I can win a tiebreaker, but it really means you misplayed your wine. You made too many wines, and now you just have wasted one at the end. If you could have filled orders with those, you kind of wasted actions. This is different. This is no, you want to max those out. You want to get all of those as far as you can, just all this extra. You're not going to use any of it. You're not going to get residual income. This was just really, really different. I just feel like I just played a completely different game. My brain really felt again, the first time I played Viticulture, I remember sitting, looking at the board and going wait, what do I want to do? This had that same feeling. So this was awesome. And I could have easily lost this one in the end. I mean, I think the odds are in my favor, probably winning the last turn. I felt, he would have had to block a lot. That summer pick was definitely mean where he blocked to build a structure. But he would have had to block both harvest fields. We would have blocked build a structure, harvest a field, and make up to 2 wines. I would have lost. So it definitely got pretty tight there at the end. But this was cool. It also feels really satisfying to look down my my property and see this. I'm curious if I would have done it differently. You could also go the strategy I thought I was going to do originally. I kind of switched partway through where you don't sell your middle field. You could just put another big wine thing or a bunch of small wines and get a bunch of little ones and then try to fill up this secondary area here. That would be a very different way to play the game too. Not necessarily have as many a high value, but you get up to 9 points in this middle zone. So I don't know. This was really fun. I haven't read the last 2 missions, so my routine here is I start setting the board up for the video. I kind of glance through it and I say, oh, what's the next mission here? And I don't let myself read on to the next one. And it's been really fun because if I gave myself a few days to think about it, it might be a little easier. But I just kind of set the game with my go. Especially this one here, I was like, oh, you don't do purple. And like I said in the video, I didn't even realize partway through the playthrough, I didn't realize that, lots of the workers, lots of the visitors you get in the game that you normally are excited to get, you're like, oh, that's a good one, are just dumb. You're like, oh, that's another victory point one, or that's another one that lets me fill an order. Normally you're excited about victory points and filling orders, so this was great. I'm excited to see what the last two playthroughs, the last 2 missions hold. I mean, you should definitely subscribe to the channel, watch those when they come out. They'll be here in the near future, and I'm excited to play them. I can't wait. This was just such a good experience. So subscribe to the channel, see those when they come out, and I'll see you next time.